Yo, what's up guys? You got pokeaimMD here today with another Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl Moveset video guide on how to use not one, not two, but three Pokemon, Clamperl and its evolved forms of Huntail and Gorebyss. Really excited about this one. I actually end up using Clamperl later today at OU, so I think that's going to be really fun. And the other two obviously have viability as well. Let me know if you guys want me to do them like this, by the way. Obviously not everything is going to have a viable baby evolution, especially with no Eviolite now, or Eviolite, however you want to say it, and a few other things. But some Pokemon I might just end up doing, like I know a lot of people are asking me to do like Luxray and other Pokemon that are, been out for a while, but they want to know how to use it in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. So I might just make these, if they're smaller builds, I might just end up making them with multiple Pokemon. But if you guys do enjoy these, make sure you leave a like, subscribe. I have Wi-Fi battles. I uploaded my first one yesterday. I have a showdown live, like I said, with Clamperl coming up later today. I upload every single day. And I'm pokeaimMD if you didn't know. But first set we have is Clamperl. Now Clamperl actually has a really cool thing. Now you guys know how you evolve it, right? You give it the item and you trade it. Depending on which item you give it, it evolves into whatever. Like, Huntail versus Gorebyss. However, the Deep Sea Tooth that you give it actually doubles its special attack. And its special attack isn't a bad stat. It's base 74, which is 271. So it's over 500 special attack from this Pokemon while holding the Deep Sea Tooth. And when you combine that with Surf and Ice Beam, that's strong, man. That is strong. So the first set we have is of Clamperl, and this one is kind of like the set that you probably run on Trick Room. So you pair things like Uxie, Cresselia, Jirachi, things that can just go for Trick Room to help Clamperl get it up. But it's quiet nature because you want max special attack and the lowest speed possible. Max HP and max special attack is basically all you need. It actually has pretty decent defense as well, so it can even shrug off like a weaker hit, like an Earth. Well, not a weaker hit, but it can actually eat like an Earthquake from Garchomp, for instance. So, Surf and Ice Beam are going to be on your moveset. Now, that's basically all that Clamperl has. There's no hidden power, so you can't run hidden power. It doesn't really have anything else to really attack with either. So the other two moves are Substitute. Now, Substitute is if you think your opponent's going to switch. Basically just to stall Trick Room turns. Like if they have a fire type out and you have Clamperl out, you think they're going to switch out to grass type. Instead of picking up the KO, you can go for Substitute. It eases prediction. It gets Clamperl behind his sub, so even if Trick Room ends, you can still use it later. And then Shell Smash. Now the reason we have Shell Smash is because even after a Shell Smash, Clamperl is still relatively slow. Yeah, it's only 62 speed times 2, so it's still relatively slow. You can still use it under Trick Room. If you have the opportunity to go for it, and you can potentially sweep, you can go for it. Likewise, while I'm only showing a quiet nature Clamperl, you could very easily run a fast Clamperl too for its ability to outspeed Pokemon like Clefable and Underneath and try and do some things. My friend CVB actually did this in OU a couple times, and it was really fun to watch, especially because Rattled, if you guys didn't know, when like Intimidate happens, it gives you more... it gives you speed, so that's pretty cool as well when you hit with like a dark and bug type attack. So it's like just a few other things, but it's pretty cool. So shell armor, so you can't get crit, but you could try Rattled if you want to go to max speed. But for the most part, you're only going to be using Clamperl on Trick Room, and while it is a niche pick, it is a very fun one at that. And you guys will see later today, if you actually subscribe or check out the videos later, where Clamperl puts in work. So the first evolution we're going to be talking about is Huntail. Now Huntail is the physical variant of the Clamperl evolution. And Shell Smash, again, because Clamperl could do it, Huntail can do it too. With base 104 attack, it's really nice, especially coupled that with Waterfall. Now, I have Naughty Nature, which is plus attack minus special defense. The reason I do that is because I like to run Ice Beam over Ice Fang. Ice Fang can miss, it's also weaker. And while its special attack is 10 base power, or 10 base points weaker than its attack, Ice Beam is just a strong move in general, and it's usually better versus like Rough Skin Garchomp, Multi-Skill Dragonite, the Lotties. So it's usually a better option in my opinion, and it doesn't miss. And the last thing you want to do is when you're using a Pokemon with like 55 base HP, you go for a Shell Smash and you go for Ice Beam and you just straight up miss. This also allows you to break through like Tangrowth. So physically defensive Tangrowth would easily wall you even if you were +2 with Ice Fang and knock you out with Giga Drain after. But with Ice Beam, you're knocking it out at +2. Now the last move is either Sucker Punch or Crunch. Now, I'll talk about both of them real quick, and you have a White Herb. That way, after you Shell Smash, your stats go back to normal. So that way, the defenses that you drop, they go back to normal. So, Sucker Punch is cool because even at +2, this Pokemon is very slow, right? It only hits 406 speed at level 100, max speed out of neutral nature. relatively slow, slower than Scarf Pokemon like Scarf Latios, for instance. So after you Shell Smash, going for a +2 Sucker Punch will knock out Latios. Scarf Gengar, it's also a good option versus Starmie, and just good priority in general, because if you have like a weakened Scizor, for instance, and you're like at, you're like at maybe 2%, that Scizor is like at 22% or something, they could go for Bullet Punch to knock you out, but Sucker Punch goes before their Bullet Punch, and then you can knock them out. But if you don't like Sucker Punch, you can go Crunch. That way you don't have any mind games versus Starmie at all. Not that it can really do much, right? It has to spam recover, and if it goes for Rapid Spin, you can Sucker Punch. If it goes for Scald, you can Sucker Punch. If it goes Thunderbolt, you Sucker Punch it, right? But it just gives you that priority versus Crunch giving you that consistency of an attack. Besides that, in terms of offensive moves that are options, that's basically it, I would say. When it comes to this, it does learn like Body Slam Facade, but you don't really need that. I have, it also gets Aqua Tail, but very similar to like Ice Fang, right? The power is better, but if you miss your move at +2, like you're done, right? This is the type of mon that doesn't get very many opportunities to set up. You can use this thing with Light Screen Reflect or Aurora Veil, something like that. I think will allow Huntail to actually get it set up a lot easier. But yeah, I have Water Veil, that way you don't have to worry about Skull burning you, so maybe you can set up on bulky water. But if you also use Crunch, that also helps you out for like Slowbro a little bit better as well. Now, Baton Pass is an option with this Pokemon, depending on if you're playing Smogon rules or not. And if you are able to BP, of course, then yeah, I mean, you can Baton Pass a stab boost or something else. That's up to you. If you're able to, it's always a good thing. We'll talk about that on Gorebyss in a sec. But Gorebyss is the special version of the Shell Smasher evolution. And we're going to be going Modest Nature. Now, Gorebyss did lose Hidden Power. However, Shadow Ball is actually not bad on it because it still allows it to hit Starmie for super effective damage. So we're going Modest Nature, max speed, max special attack, 4 in defense with the White Herb. That way we can obviously reset our drop stats after Shell Smashing. Swift Swim, because I think this one actually goes better on Swift Swim, considering it's a little bit more spammable with Hydro Pump and Surf. It's just strong, like it's just strong overall. But Shell Smash, Ice Beam, and you either use Hydro Pump or Surf. It's really up to you. One of them can miss, one of them is more consistent, but not as strong. So again, it's completely up to you. I like White Herb on this set, but you could also run Life Orb if you wanted to as well. And again, just going for that max speed type of thing. Like one of the things that Gorebyss has over Huntail is that I think it's way easier to click moves with like Surf and stuff and just do more damage overall. And Ice Beam from boosted, you can knock out like Gliscor without even a boost. Type of things. I just think it's easier to go for things like that. They both have really good defenses though, which is really nice, like on the defense itself. So that's cool for like priority. So I really like that about these two Pokemon. But I think this one uses Swift Swim a little bit better than Huntail does, just because the initial power of its attacks are just stronger, especially because they're coming off of a special attacker. But yeah, White Herb or Life Orb if you want to try a Life Orb. Now again, this is probably the better one if you actually want to go the Baton Pass route, and that depends on what rules you're playing. But the EVs are really up to you what you want to do with it, right? You can use Light Screen and Reflect, and the idea behind this thing is to Shell Smash and then Baton Pass to a recipient, something that is stronger than Gorebyss and can take advantage of the +2 speed, +2 attack, +2 special attack. Basically any Pokemon, like any Pokemon can really take advantage of this. So I put max HP just for the bulk overall, because the goal is to make sure that Gorebyss survives a hit. That way you can Shell Smash after, and I went Bold Nature because it has the best defensive stats. The 232 speed just allows you to outspeed basically like the fastest Pokemon right now, which is like Aerodactyl, Crobat, like Pokemon like that. So the rest was just put into defense with a Bold Nature, which gives you the most out of your EVs. Had you went with this with Timid Nature, you actually get less defense, even if it's less speed EVs to get that. But yeah, so you can really customize the EV spread depending on what you want to do. But Shell Smash, Baton Pass, and Surf are guaranteed staples on the set, right? After you never want to be setup fodder for something else, or like taunt fodder too. So basically, like you Shell Smash and they taunt you and you can't do anything, right? So you always want to run at least one attack. So you have the Surf right there to do that damage, and then your last move is either Substitute or Ice Beam. If you want to try and pass a Substitute to a Pokemon, you can go ahead and do that. Otherwise, if you want some of the coverage for maybe grass types or just in general, just good coverage for dragons too, then you can go Ice Beam. Again, this one is if you're not playing on Pokemon Showdown or Smogon rules, feel free to do whatever you want, right? Obviously, nobody's going to stop you. Like even me, I might take a ninja ass and go on Wi-Fi and be like, yo, I wonder if I can win with Magikarp 2021, because like that was all the stuff we used to do back in the day. But yeah, that's basically all I have for you guys for today. So let me know if you guys want to see like multiple things like this. Right, those were really easy covers, so I figured they could all just fit into the same video. But yeah, again, like I could do like the Route 1 mons, like Luxray. I already did Staraptor, but like Luxray and Barrel type of thing, and Roserade, which is technically Route 204. But yeah, let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.